Muscle and Nutrition, Episode 5. Welcome to the show. I want to say hello to all our fans across in Japan, Spain, South America, Italy, Ciao, United States, Canada, and all over the world. I want to say hello to my friends in Poland, Russia, all over. Welcome to Muscle and Nutrition, Episode 5. Just a recap on Episode 4. Speaking about all the gentlemen that won the Mr. Olympias. There's 15 in total from 1965 to 2019. So I just want to recap the first 5. We had Larry Scott, we had Sergio Oliva the Myth, we had Arnold Schwarzenegger the Oak, we had Franco Colombo the Italian Power Master, and we had Frank Zane. Now we're going to talk about number 6 to number 10. Number 6 place was Chris Dickerson, who won the Mr. Olympia once in 1982. But what makes Chris very special is that he had a great physique, great poser, fine gentleman. He won it only once, but to win the Mr. Olympia, it's a hell of a big feat because there's a lot of men out there that would love to win it at least just once. In number 7, we have the Lion of Lebanon, Samir Bannout, who won it in Munich, Germany in 1983. Fantastic physique, great poser, great character on Samir, fun-loving guy, and the Lion of Lebanon made the Middle East proud. And then we go to the legend of the 8th place, 8 times Mr. Olympia, from 1984 to 1991, beat Arnold Schwarzenegger's record of 7, Mr. Lee Haney from Atlanta, Georgia. Met him a couple times backstage at the show. Lee's a fine gentleman. And then after that, the new mass bodybuilder, Mr. Olympia, the new era of mass bodybuilders, which was Dorian Yates, that won him from 1992 to 97. 6 times Mr. Olympia. The man basically very private, trained in a cave. Met him a couple times, very quiet gentleman, very cool. Good friends with Mike Menser. They believed in heavy duty training. And then of course, we have another legend who's number 10, Mr. Ronnie Coleman. Again, 8 times Mr. Olympia. Won it from 1998 to 2005. And Ronnie tied Lee Haney's record and also beat Arnold by 1. Ronnie was just a monster. I mean, basically trained really, really heavy, great physique. That's where we're going to finish off on number 10. And on the next episode, we'll talk about 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Today, I want to talk about pre-post workouts. What are pre-post workouts, okay? Because I get, a lot of people that are confused. What's post, what's pre? So I'm going to explain that. I'm just going to go to our goodie bags over here. I have one here. It's called V16. These are 2 different types of post-pre-workouts. There's one called V16 and one called M2. I was looking at the ingredients on this one. I really seem to like it because I'm a person that doesn't like caffeine. Most of these pre-post workouts have a boost of caffeine to give you that boost. What I love about this one is that it's got the arginine alpha-ketoglutarate, which is the amino acid arginine that helps build muscle. But the AKG, what it does, it pumps a lot of blood through your veins, which gives you the pump, which is the nitric oxide. It's got the creatine, which is the amino arginine, glycerine, and methionine. So basically a lot of energy, a lot of power, also amino acids. It's got the glutamine, which is glutamic acid, which is one of my favorite amino acids because what glutamine does, it basically releases growth hormone while you're sleeping. It lowers your cortisol levels that eat away at muscle tissue. So fantastic product. It cleans your liver, your gut. And then, of course, you got the HMB, which is the beta-hydroxy beta-methylbutyrate, which is the amino acid leucine, which comes from the branched chain amino acids. So what I like about branched chain amino acids are, the 3 most important ones. And basically what HMB will do will help build muscle but burn fat at the same time. So why is it called a pre-post workout? Well, pre means you take before the training, post means after the training. So like a product like this says you need to take 8 grams a day. You would take 4 grams before the training and 4 grams after the training. Some people will take 8 grams before and 8 grams after, but This one's a pretty pure product. It's from Professional Nutrition. You can get it from our sponsors at iSmart Nutrition at ismartnutrition.com. It's very good for athletes. Like if you're a basketball player, a soccer player, because it's also like a lot of these products are also cramp blockers, you know? You know when you see the soccer player on the floor there and he's cramping, or the tennis player, hockey players, well, these are great products to reduce cramping, especially the M2. This one here has a lot of cramp blockers in it. It's got a lot of the vitamin B's inside. It's got the zinc and magnesium, ZMA. It's also got, you know, the glutamine, the HMB, and all that other stuff. M2 from Anabolic Sciences, a company that I really like a lot. I haven't used this one, to be honest with you, because it's a product that has a bit of caffeine in it. But for the people that want the caffeine and that supercharged, this is the product, you know, M2. They also have a saying here, pull the pin and explode. I love it. It's got like a little grenade here, so it's pretty cool. And then you also have the V16, which is turbocharged from Professional Nutrition. So again, you can get these products on ismartnutrition.com. Great products. We're bringing on Krystle Spence.
Hi, Frank.
How are you, Krystle? Good. Krystle is a certified trainer here at Monster Gym. She's done a lot of competitions. Just to let you know how important back training is, Arnold, a lot of the bodybuilders over the years, Dorian Yates, Lee Haney, a lot of female bodybuilders, Corey Everson, Rachel McLeish. What's important is to have a good back, because when they're doing their routines, a lot of the judges look for that, you know, especially in the male bodybuilders where they get that V shape. So Krystle is going to show you how we do the pull-ups, okay? But what's very, very important is technique. So every exercise that we show you with Krystle Spence, we will let you know the proper technique. So Krystle, we're going to start with the pull-ups over here, okay? She grabs the bar, she's parallel, and she pulls herself up. And you see, nice and slow, that's it. And you see how her lats are working over here? This is fantastic. You see? Great, great technique. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to demonstrate is what's called the bent over row. If you see Krystle's back, it's nice and straight, parallel. It's not humped over like some people are humped over. She's perfect. She keeps the bar close, you know, and that's it. Proper technique. Her knees are bent, so it doesn't put a lot of strain on the back. That's perfect. Thank you, Krystle. And now we're going to go into what's called a one-arm dumbbell row. Her technique is perfect. You see, one of her knees are bent. Her back is completely straight. She's keeping the arm close, not far out, close. And you see how her lats are being worked? Well, this isolates each one, because she'll do one on one side and then she'll do one on the other side, you see? So she gets to isolate that one muscle and concentrate on it, okay? So this is very important. Also, Krystle, I wanted to ask you, I mean, we don't have the machines over here, but we do know that low bend pulley rolls are very important, yes, right? Like, you know, like what I realized when I used to do low bend pulley rolls, yes, when I used to train a lot, I used to is a big word. What I used to do is I always used to keep my arms close, yes, because you didn't want to go out like this. I would keep them close. And another secret I learned, basically Lee Haney gave this to me, one of the Mr. Olympias. He told me, turn your wrists like this, and the weight now becomes harder. So you think you're doing 90 pounds properly, but now all of a sudden you're down to 40 pounds.
I think your biceps are a little bit less engaged when you're doing it.
Exactly.
Like that, right? So
that's what he had told me. Perfect. You're right. You see, this is a great personal trainer. This is who you want, because they know what they're talking about. Then there was, of course, the lat pull down. Now, you got to remember, some people like to do it from the back like this. Some people like to come in by the front. The technique is important. Again, if you're close, you're working more of the inside of the lat. If you're far out, you're working more of the outside of the lat. Proper technique, you know, you don't jolt the weight, you pull the weight down smoothly. Exactly. Can you show us a demonstration so I can? So basically, you want to
arch your back a little bit slightly.
Yeah.
You want to pull your shoulders back.
Yeah.
So that you're isolating more your lats, and you want to pull the bar down right to your clavicle and your upper chest while keeping your elbows in.
That's perfect.
You want to get the full extension to get full stretch of the lat, and then you want to exhale and then pull it back down one more time.
Great. Awesome. Krystle?
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. From Muscle and Nutrition, we got Krystle. Joe from P2P Media. Joe, yeah, perfect. Okay. Let's see what we got here now. We got Ray from Columbus, Ohio. We got Tim from Saskatchewan. We got Yoto Katasana from Japan. And we got Sam from, where's this? Pennsylvania. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to go with Sam's, okay? Sam asks, what is the best place for me to buy my supplements? Well, okay, so what I'm going to tell you, Sam, is this, okay? What's very, very important when you're buying supplements is to find out what you need. There's proteins, there's amino acids, there's herbs, there's a lot of stuff. But what's very, very important is to get a product that is made in Canada or in the USA. Regulations are very strict over here. When I buy products, I look for GMP, that they're GMP certified, which means good manufacturing practice. That means that it's basically certified by the government, that the place is clean, that what's on the label is there, that everything meets up to government standards, okay? So GMP is very important. The second thing that's very, very important is that it's got a universal code on it. Why is that important? Well, universal codes means that it can be sold all over the world. It can get scanned. So it usually means that the companies are pretty reputable when they have a universal code on their product. Our sponsor is iSmartNutrition.com. What I like about this company is that they basically buy and sell everything that's pretty well made in Canada and the USA. Speaking with the general manager of one of those distribution centers for iSmart, they basically told me that their thing is about carrying products that are made in Canada and the USA. They know it's quality. They know most of the time it's GMP certified. It's on the labels. So this is very, very important, Sam. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Muscle and Nutrition. Remember, every Friday at 8 p.m., our shows are on. We're on Facebook. You can catch us also on musclenutrition.com. I want to thank Krystle Spence for being our guest personal trainer. I want to thank Monster Gym for allowing us to film in their great gym. This is an awesome gym. It's like 80,000 square feet. I'm just blown away. You got to see this place. It's state of the art. You're in Montreal, the West Island. This is the place to be. Thank you. See you next week. Remember, we're on Facebook, 8 p.m. iSmartNutrition.com, our sponsors. I want to thank them. I want to thank our producer, Joe, from P2P Media. Have a great day. Thank you. And stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll see you next week. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.